What's up, guys? Back with me is here. We're at Smallville, Season 8, Episode 14, Requiem. Okay, so then we, then we see this guy named Winslow shot and he's this stuff. So then Oliver goes into a board meeting where all these people, all the board members are Luther. They're they're Luther people because they love the Luthers, so they think that Luther's a good guy, and they're like, we're not gonna let you come in and say how bad the Luthers are when the Luthers are really evil. When the Luthers are really evil. So yeah, these people are just Luther shippers or Luther lovers or yeah. But then these male things stop like clinging together. Then a, a big explosion happened, killing all the board members that Chloe tells Clark and Lana after it. And we learned that we learned that the person who did was Winslow shot. So, so, yeah. Oh yeah, so Oliver tells Chloe later that Winslow was shot. He, yeah, so I'll just say, he tells them that, he tells, so yeah, so Lana, I'll say it later. Lana discovers a kryptonite thing, but for some reason she like is able to like turn it off or absorb it or something. So yeah, so Chloe Lex lied to Clinton so they feel like they can't trust Oliver, and yeah, so Oliver's like, hey, Chloe Winslow shot was a former employee of Star Labs, and when he snapped and started bringing explosive stuff to work, I fired him. So Chloe in goes into you know goes on Oliver's jet and starts looking up Winslow shot. But Clark shows up and he's like, hey, Chloe, so she likes him, and he's like, hey, Chloe, why is Oliver making you do this? And because I took, because, yeah. So Oliver is able, Clark, he's able to get Chloe to tell him by saying, hey, when Brainiac controlled you, people when you was dying to get Brainiac out of your body, but I stopped that, so that makes her change her mind, and and yeah, so so Winslow Shaw is like, hey, I have the thing for Oliver, then Oliver is like, he's like, after after this like monkey stop clapping, he will stops clapping. That will stops clapping 56 times. That's the last thing like Oliver will here, and he was and he, and he's like I'm working for Batman like Luther, and yeah, so so Clark and Lana they go to Lex and they find Lex, and Lex is like, because he's played by two different actresses. One's doing the body and the other one's doing the voice of Lex. And he's now talks like Darth. He also has a breathing apparatus like Darth Vader. He's like, Lana absorbs so much radiation you cannot be near her. So Lana absorbs all the radiation of the kryptonite, meaning that Clark can't be near her. And Oliver blows up Lex blows up Lex, making people think that Lex is dead, but we all know he's not. So, so, yeah, so, so, yeah, so, yeah, so, yeah, so, Chloe, Chloe and Oliver argue about it, and he's like, Clark is safer with a like Luther the world saver without like Luther. And yeah, so and Lana and Clark talk about and Lana, Clark comes home and he's like, hey, did Dr. Girl tell you how to remove it and how you remove it? He's like, no, he didn't tell how we can remove it. So Lana says that she lost Clark and she leaves again. And this Kristen Krug also leaves. So yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Clark whisperly says that he loves Lana, and Lana says she loves him, and that ends the episode. Well, this episode was really good. It ended Lana's storyline with a pretty bittersweet end. She had to leave because of the kryptonite, inside her, and she couldn't do anything. And this is all Lex's fault. But come on, Lex is evil. Even without Michael Rosenbaum playing him, Lex is still evil. So yeah. So yeah. So 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 yeah. Lana's no longer in the show anymore because Kristen Krug felt like this episode wrapped up Lana's story, and and yeah. Yeah, Lex isn't dead. I'm not believing that. They can say, "Oh yeah, Lex is dead," but nope, I'm not believing it. I'm not believing it. So, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you next Smallville. Oh, is someone